Don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet, from your hair down to your feet. They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. And all goes well for about a week, and then your coffin begins to leak. And the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinnacle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose, they eat the jelly between your toes. A big green worm with rolling eyes crawls in your stomach and out in your eyes. Your stomach turns a slimy green, and pus pours out like whipping cream. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you eat when you're dead. And the worms crawl out, the worms crawl in. The worms that crawl in are lean and thin. The ones that crawl out, they are fat and they're stout. Your eyes fall in and your hair falls out. And the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. They crawl all over your dirty snout. Your chest caves in and your eyes pop out, and your brain turns to sauerkraut. They bite their friends and their friends too. They all come down to chew on you. And this is what it is to die. I hope you had a nice goodbye. Did you ever think as a hearse goes by that you may be the next to die? And your eyes fall out and your teeth decay, and that is the end of a perfect day.
Hello and welcome to another session of Vampire the Masquerade, Styx and Bones. Quite an interesting time our coterie of death are having as of late, with the ascension to the top of the Munich family pulled out of under Christoph and Franziska last session. But before we get into that, and before we get into any kind of recaps, let's start off with introducing our lovely players of death tonight.
I'm Kieran, aka Carrot and Zero, and tonight I am playing Christoph Giovanni.
Hi, I'm Nova. I am playing Francesca. I told you so, not Giovanni.
Oh, it's Giovanni? Okay. Okay, I'm Jono. I'm playing Dr. Daniels, the Ventrue, also known in the shadows as the Kingmaker, but we've had a bit of a setback in the making of our latest king, so we'll see how we go.
And I'm Satanic__Bunny, aka Bun Bun, and I will be playing Jesse Hill today.
And I'm your storyteller, unemployed writer. I think I normally do that at the end, don't I? So that was just me just randomly trying to figure out what to say next. All right, so let's do a recap. You wouldn't let me smoothly move past that. Thank you. Let's have a recap. Basically, what happened was last session, it was 6 months after the Coterie of Death first got together in some form or another. They had a bunch of previous adventures beforehand, refer to the opening that I'm sure is great for the recap on that. And the Coterie of Death had come together with the different families of death within the Hecata temple to decide the future of the Munich Hecata, where a new leader was chosen. And this was where a spanner was thrown in the works, where Roman from the Anziani Council arrived to declare that he was choosing who the leader was. He took the consideration of Christoph and Franziska when making his decision, but ultimately the choice of who would succeed Mother Anja as the top of the Munich family fell to one Marlo Putanesca, a long-lost brother of Christoph and Franziska, a brother by the, I guess a blood brother. And so with that, that's where we left things off last session. So let's just jump right into this session. We pick up hours after the announcement of Munich's new Patriarch of Death. Within the Hecata temple, as those guests in attendance have begun to make their leave, we find the coterie there. But beforehand, the new father, Marlo Putanesca, had been busy all night since his arrival, acquainting himself with the various families of death, hobnobbing and getting them to know who this mysterious man is who now will be running things in Munich. Roman by his side the whole time, being the perfect wingman for these social dances. As such, Marlo was far too preoccupied with all this to interact with the coterie at all. What has the brother and sister, the chamberlain, and the kingmaker, what would they have been doing following the announcement that shocked the room to their core?
I believe I came back with refreshments to try and calm things down.
Mm-hmm. What would Christoph be doing?
Yeah, Jesse, just hand me one of those.
Of course. Do you need any
Thanks.
more?
I'll let you know.
Francisca, Dr. Daniels, will you two be at the table with Christoph as he sulks and looks down at the glass of blood?
Yes, I will be. I'll be trying to figure out where we went wrong and how, if there was any way we could have foreseen this. But I don't think there is.
All of you are at the table. Take it away.
This isn't quite the result we wanted.
You think?
Quite unfortunate.
Look, don't look too despondent. You can't be seen to be interfering. You should probably go make nice to Marco.
Part of me doesn't really want to talk to Marco. I'm a little bit peeved. I'm sure he's a lovely guy.
Real quick, is anyone here going to quickly just before this becomes set in stone, is anyone going to correct Christoph calling him Marco? Because I'm fairly sure that was a purposeful moment by Kieran to call him Marco instead of Marlo.
I didn't realize.
You're muted, Chris.
Yeah.
Just to bring this up out of character, just so it doesn't become a cemented thing, because I could tell that you weren't too sure what his name was, John. His name is Marlo.
All right.
Just in case for a future reference, his name is Marlo Putanesca. Okay?
Marlo, Marco, doesn't make a difference.
Don't get on.
Do you know about this? I think you mentioned it months ago. Do you know he was coming here, Franny?
I had no idea, honestly. I think this is like everything else since Mother left is
Back to square one, huh?
back to square one.
It's almost like someone put the reset button.
You know what? Maybe a reset's not so bad.
Could be what we needed.
You've given a lot to this family, and they clearly don't appreciate you for it.
Damn straight.
So, as far as I'm concerned, if they fail to recognize all that you've done, then maybe they don't deserve. I don't know. They don't deserve you at your best. Like,
No. That's it. You're on the right track, but you took a left turn where you should have taken a right. All that I've done for this family hasn't been recognized, so I got to do more. So they got no choice but to recognize me. What was Mora was saying? They had something for us to do.
I wouldn't speak too loudly. You know, the walls have eyes and ears.
Hey, if the walls want to hear that I've renewed my devotion and commitment to the Giovanni family and the Hecata clan, I'm all right with them hearing that.
Mr. Giovanni, Miss Hollander, congratulations in order. I had to use the restroom for a moment. Abner comes with a tray of drinks, starts giving them out to everyone. Is it time for us to celebrate?
It's time for Marco to celebrate.
Marco?
Marlo.
Marco over there.
Oh, Marlo is here.
Yeah, Marco.
Oh, that's not good. Who brought him here? Who decided that he was going to be leading things?
Roman.
You know something about him?
Yes, I was around when Miss Anja did an unfortunate thing and embraced him. I thought I'd seen the backside of him when we shipped him off to Russia. Well, it's the Soviet Union as it was known back then.
Keep your voice down. He's got a lot of backing. I wouldn't want anyone hearing anything that might be misinterpreted, all right?
Yes, of course. I've always held Marlo in great esteem.
Was he
I think we're on the same page.
raised before or after me?
Very much before. It was the, if memory serves right, it was the Roaring 60s. It's quite a scandalous thing. I'd rather not bring it up here with such prying ears.
Sure. We'll make sure to have a conversation where it's a bit more discreet at some point.
Indeed. Oh, by the way, Miss Hollander, the person that was messaging you didn't send a hieroglyph back. So do I send another one, or do we just wait?
Hieroglyph. Franny, you've been talking to the followers of Set?
No, it is an emoji, you know.
Oh.
Is that what they call these nights? Oh, okay. But my question still stands. Do I respond, or do I send another one?
Who were we messaging?
Jesse.
How's that to say right there beside us?
Oh, yeah. No need. They are at the party. It's fine.
Oh, very well. Okay, I'll go and speak with Marlo. I'm sure he has plenty of stories to tell. And Abner shuffles off.
Talk to you soon, Abner.
One of us will need to talk to him, Christoph.
One of us will need to talk to him.
Yeah.
Why just one? Why not both of us?
I guess.
I mean, that is if he has time to come and talk to us. Looks pretty busy.
It's not a bad idea. Maybe half our problem has been the division between yous. Maybe if you feel like renewing vows, Christoph, maybe it's time you team up and become stronger, more fearful unity.
What are you talking about? I've always kept this family together.
I do think it would be a very wise decision to, at some point, the both of you speak with them. It wouldn't do very well to seem unsportsmanlike. And if they were to turn down a public conversation with the two of you, well, then they will appear to be quite the stiff winner.
I guess you're correct. And
Shall we then?
We'll stand up. She
Both
takes his
of-
hand.
Both of you, hand in hand, stand up and make your way towards where Marlo is talking to a group of people. They're all laughing with him and they're all having a good time. Next to him is Roman. There is, so you both walk towards there. Is there any conversation that Dr. Daniels and Jesse are going to have now that they're by themselves?
Just real quick comments.
That was not how I thought things would go down.
Yes, I'm quite used to a little bit of foul play, but really on the receiving end of it. And sometimes it humbles you a bit to remind yourself what that's like.
Tonight was certainly a reminder of just the tactics that the Giovanni use. I am thankful that I have been reminded.
Yes, we'll have to up our game to not be caught out like this again.
I think that this elegant dance can still be utilized, but it's a matter of time and discretion. Tonight is not the night for it.
Indeed. I guess it's now up to Christoph and Franny to hold their heads high and play their next piece.
I certainly trust that they will do what they do.
And on that note, that's where the camera cuts to Marlowe, who is... He's a boisterous man with a white suit, red hair, slicked back. He's just said a punchline to a joke once again, and everyone's just laughing away. And he's holding a wine glass of blood, and he says, "Yes, that was told to me quite a while ago. That one. You make sure you can keep that in your pockets." He looks over and sees the two of you approaching, and he says, "Ah! My lovely esteemed blood brother and sister. I have been wanting to meet with you for so long. Please, just separate out to let them in."
Christoph walks up straight away, holds out his hand.
Shakes your hand with a very firm grasp, looks you in the eye and says, "I've heard so much of you, Christoph Giovanni. Well, conversations to have in another time, perhaps, not in front of other company."
Pleasure to meet you, and congratulations. I'm sure the wisdom of the council will have brought us strong leadership.
I certainly hope so too. And he looks over at his eyes, then go over to Francisca, and he moves forward to grab your hand.
She takes his hand in hers and places a hand on top of it and kisses his cheek. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. It is. I'm overwhelmed with emotion right now. I have been wanting this moment, not the coronation, but this moment to meet the both of you for so long. Ever since I learned that you had been embraced by Mother Anja, and to be here finally, I find myself lost for words.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of words that we can have at another time, but I hope you enjoy the celebrations this evening.
Indeed. And looks over at Roman. Roman's giving him a stern look. He looks over at the both of you and he just says, "We'll talk later when there's..." A very hushed voice. He says, "We'll talk later when there is less people here. There's some stuff I need to say, and we can't have the family look weak."
Oh, of course not.
Family's everything.
Exactly, and he leans in closer to sort of in between both of you and just whispers, and he just says, "I am very sorry. It had to be this way."
It's quite something.
We'll talk another time soon.
Exactly. To Francisca and Christoph Giovanni, who have been wonderfully holding this family aloft without Mother Anja. They have done dutifully in the last 6 months. Can we get a round of applause for them? Everyone starts clapping.
Christoph luxuriates for a moment, being the center of attention.
Friends, this
To the family.
stands there.
To family.
To family! And then you're allowed your leave. Meanwhile, can I just get a wits plus awareness from both of you, please?
Yes.
Wait, both of who?
Francisca and Christoph.
Okay. What's a win?
And, well, actually, also Jesse and Dr. Daniels as well. We'll have everyone, because you two will be watching this whole interaction happening, so... 3.
Gotta find it. There we go.
2.
I rolled 4 at the beginning.
3. Okay. Jesse, you're the only one that notices this, just because this person is not the center of attention right now, so you're not looking directly at the center of attention, while everyone is looking at the 3 that are talking. Roman has sort of taken a back foot and is every now and then, between his sort of pleasant smiles, glares at both the Giovanni siblings beneath his nose, almost like they're beneath him. It's only for a moment, and then he regains his composure.
Fran was definitely putting that act on for Roman too.
Can you check your DMs?
There's nothing in particular at this point in time, just because everyone's focused on this. Actually, with your 5, I'm going to give you this as well. There is the Rossellini girl, Flavia Rossellini, is not with everyone, and you actually hear her muttering to herself, like she's having an argument with somebody that is not there.
Might, kind of slither that direction a little bit, see if I can overhear anything.
Yeah, okay. So what you overhear, so Dr. Daniel, suddenly Jesse stands up and saunters off. You're left alone at the table. But Jesse, you head over to where, so the rough area that Flavia Rossellini is, and she's still just circling her finger around the top of the glass, and you hear her say, I don't actually have my dice out. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to roll some dice right now to see if she's aware that you're around. Do you want to give me a subterfuge plus manipulation, please, just to make it look like you're not paying attention to her?
Sure. I'm going to search for this.
Six. Okay, doesn't notice you. Or at least doesn't notice that you're eavesdropping on her. She's whispering to herself, and she just says, what is it you know about him? No, I'm not. No, you told me to come here to watch to watch the siblings. I thought it was because one of them was going to be in charge. What do you mean I don't need to know everything? I came here for you. And she's just arguing sort of around that point to herself. If you pop on Sense the Unseen, there are no spirits around her.
I'll probably linger there just so that it isn't obvious that I came over here just for that. Just there, maybe I'm like at the refreshment table, having myself a glass, just kind of like having a moment. And then if no other like pertinent information is being harvested from that, then they'll pick up another one and then go back. Very normal.
She'll stop at she'll say, fine, all right, but just remember who's in charge here. and then that's kind of where it ends.
All right, and then I'll proceed to go back.
So, why do the Giovanni siblings go back to the table where Dr. Daniels is sitting by himself now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You arrive at the table shortly after Jesse arrives back at the table. Take it away.
Nicely done. Well composed.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Only just now.
I got a worse feeling about this.
Gotcha.
Franny, what are you thinking?
You're muted.
She doesn't sit down. She stands at the chair behind Christoph because she wants to be ready. And she looks at them all at the table and then around the room. I think that my gut feelings from earlier were correct, and that we just have to ride this one out.
Yeah.
But we have to be very careful. For everybody will be watching our movements from now on. Even if they weren't before. So we got to keep calm, and we need to keep the peace.
Keep the peace is right, but we gotta prove ourselves. And, look, I don't know if here is the best place to have the full conversation we need to have. I think Marco over there, at least he had some sense. Discretion.
Leans in and whispers, I think it's Roman we've got to worry about here. Let's go find the Dessa.
And so the night continues on. You meet up with Desi and Mora. We're not going to go over that interaction because it would pretty much just be, hey, I apologize, condolences for the for what's happened tonight. I'm sure you'll build yourselves back up, blah, blah, blah. And then just reminding you about the task tomorrow night.
Well, yeah, Christoph was actually going to broach that task and just be like, yep, despite us not having the resources that we expected to have, we'll still work to complete that task in the interests of the family.
Yep, and Mora will pretty much just say, I would expect nothing less, and that, just try to, don't think about business too much tonight, just, try to move best as you can.
Feel your feelings.
Feel your feelings, yeah. And so the night continues forward. Everyone starts leaving. It's getting close to sunrise at this point, getting close to the time that that everyone would probably want to return back to their havens. Marlowe has retired to an office for the night, for the day. Meanwhile, Christoph, Francisca, Dr. Daniels, Jesse, where are you four going? Or are you going to go back to your havens for the day? What's the next steps once the party winds down?
Christoph's heading back to the assembling lofts.
Okay.
Guess maybe we'll just retire to our individual havens for the night, and we'll meet up tomorrow fresh-minded and ready to start anew.
Mm-hmm. Very well.
Bran is going to stay at the temple, and she is going to get one of her underlings to follow where Roman goes.
Sabine nods, and will understand. And Jesse, you will return to Fruta Persephone as well. So everyone returns to their havens. Francisca, your haven is literally at the temple, so you don't have anywhere to go. But the camera lingers on you as you're making your way to your room, and you hear someone behind you that just says, I'm so glad I could meet you before the day. Francisca. And you turn and it's Marlowe. By himself.
She bows her head slightly.
No need to bow. No need to bow. You barely know me. It's fine.
What title would you like to be called, brother?
Marlowe is fine. I just wanted to speak with you before. I'm really sorry about what happened. It wasn't my idea. Roman, the Nzazi Council, they have a flair for the dramatic. I didn't want it to shake down like that.
Do you know what their plans are, brother?
No, I've only gotten in their good graces fairly recently. They keep me at arm's length. So, I don't have much to report on that. But, it's so good to finally meet you, face to face. You remind me so much of her.
Yes, well, it's been a time.
If it's not too much overstepping, I understand if you say it is, and I'll back off. Do you know what happened with her?
No. I was hoping you might know.
No, Anja was many things. She's not the same person that I knew when she embraced me. She's changed. And, she wouldn't confide in me any of these secrets. She turned against me after I was banished.
She used to tell me everything. And then she started keeping secrets from me too.
It's very similar with me. She had embraced me against the wishes of her family. We were going to run away together. And then I got caught, shipped off to Russia. And when I came back, 50 years later, she was different, changed.
Different how?
Colder. Not the caring woman I once fell in love with.
The heart is a very peculiar thing.
Yeah.
I'd never understood it myself.
Sorry, I won't keep you from retiring. I'm sure you've got plenty of, if you're anything like Anja, you've got plenty of things to study before you go to retire for the day, so I'll leave it to it. I sincerely mean that I look forward to working with you in the future.
She takes his hands and squeezes them.
His hands are warm. He specifically has blushed of life for this interaction. I'm sure you've got plenty of things to teach me about the necromantic side. that is a side I have kept a blind eye on. I'm sorry, but I would love
Oh,
to.
well. Both of my brothers seem to need a little bit of help in that regard, it seems.
When you say both of the brothers, his expression sours for a mere moment before he smiles again and just says, "See you tomorrow night."
She watches him as he walks away.
Yeah, he just walks away, walks down the hall, and pauses before reaching Anja's old room. And he hesitates for opening the door and entering.
She continues to her own room.
Night makes way for day as Munich awakens. The relative silence and peace of the past 6 months seemingly broken, but not to those who are unaware. Those within the city suddenly feel a sudden urge, and they feel irritable, on the edge, for no apparent reason. Well, that's probably because there's something going on in the underbelly that they're not aware of. After a long, tedious, frustrating day, the city begins to sleep once more. The sun crests below the horizon as night has come. Give me a rouse check, everyone, please.
Rousing success.
Oh, I'm assuming I should be at 1 dot after all the blood that I was drinking at that party.
Yeah, everyone's kind of at 1 dot. Yeah, just at a normal 1 dot.
Oh, I'm in 0 for some reason. Probably shouldn't be. Here we go.
So, who wants to describe their waking for the night? Well, actually, we'll start off with Christoph, I feel, because I'm interested to see the contrast between how Christoph started his last night and how he starts this night.
Christoph wakes up and just pauses, eyes open, staring at his ceiling, going over the last few months, seeing if there's anything that he could have, anything that he's missed. Not quite to the point of obsession, but just playing the events over and over again. He's not focused.
You hear not a voice per se, but like a facsimile of a voice you haven't heard in a while in your head. It's like your subconscious has brought it forward. Christoph, Christoph, Christoph. I thought I taught you better than to wallow in self-pity and doubt.
I guess there's things I gotta do. All right, no time like the present. Christoph gets up and he considers for a moment going through a routine that he's been going through quite strongly, quite regularly. His push-ups, his crunches, that sort of. It would be vain if it actually had an effect on changing his body, but it's the aesthetic of, oh, I'm someone who does these things. And he thinks to himself, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do it. Gets dressed. Wears one of his tailored suits. Makes sure that he's dressed to the nines. And he checks his phone. Any messages?
I'm assuming not. Nobody would have messaged Christoph. No.
No details of.
Jesse.
I might have messaged. I'll just say something like, "This is not the end. This is our new beginning." Just something like that.
Do I have Christoph's number, or do I talk to Christoph through Dr. Dunn?
Christoph would definitely have given out his number.
Yeah.
I suppose Jesse would send. I guess this message would have been sent just before dawn, actually, just before sleep. And they would say something to the effect of, "I think we all need to have a little family discussion in private."
Christoph sees the message from Dr. Daniels. Yeah, these can wait till later. He'll make his way downstairs, and he's heading to the Hecata temple.
As you leave your apartment, you're greeted by the sight of the stuffed penguin next to the TV, looking at you, unblinking, with the plaque that just says Saint Bernard II beneath it.
Walks up, and as he's on his way out, he sort of just touches it the sort of way that people do, they touch something for good luck, and it's just sort of say, "You're gonna miss you, buddy. Be good if you were back here. Things were always a bit more sane with you around." And then he'll leave.
So you head over to the Hecata temple. Dr. Daniels, Jesse, is there anything in particular you're going to do before you head? I'm assuming you're heading off to the temple as well to meet up with everyone, or are you?
That was, probably. I'm guessing that would be our discussed place of meeting. Before I go over, upon waking, I probably would. Also, a quick reflection, not to sit there and reflect like with Christoph, but be like, right, okay, things have loosened up. We need to tighten our grip and keep an eye on things. And I might call up Peter Drew and just kind of check, be like, what, this is an unusual call. I'll be like, no, I just want to check everything's all right. There's no problems anywhere. Everything's good. And he's like,
everything's fine. Yeah, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary amiss. Everything seems to be relatively normal.
How's the opposition? Are they behaving erratically in any way?
Not more erratically than usual.
If anything seems amiss, don't hesitate to let me know.
Of course, Doctor.
I'm done with surprises. After that, I'd probably maybe send Christoph that text that we discussed before, and then go through my routine of checking to see if anything happened during the day.
Yeah. Nothing in particular. And if that's all clear, you're just going to head over to the temple?
Quiet day, a little bit too quiet. I'm a little bit on edge. I'm a little bit taken back from being surprised like that, and it annoys me a wee bit. Yes, I'll head to the temple now.
Cool. Jesse, anything in particular you're going to be doing in the evening, or are you?
I would have contacted Ursula. They're probably within my establishment anyway, and tell them to.
Quick note that I just realised. Are we able to change her name?
Sure. Let's do.
Just because the prince is called Ursula as well, so I don't want too much confusion.
How about Renee?
Renee, cool, that's fine.
Last name is fine.
Yeah, last name is fine. It was just the Ursula because as I said, the prince is the same name. So
that's fine. All right. Well, then I'll get. Basically, I'll just contact Renee to bring in a vessel for me, and then after I bring myself back down to one hunger, I am going to task them with the discrete activity of looking into Sisyphus for me.
I will write a note.
If there's any discrepancies, any weak spots, any strangeness.
Understood, Miss Hill. Anything else?
What is today? If today is what I believe it is, you may need to call in the cleaners a little bit early. I know that one of our regular clients has that thing he likes to indulge in. So make sure to stay on top of that. I don't want a repeat of last week.
Yes, understood. Mr. Is that Mr. Sumal?
Yes.
Understood.
And make sure you put helium in it this time. He didn't like it when it was normal oxygen, but, I'm going to put it into your capable hands, and I have business to conduct. Stay safe, my sweet.
You too. I think I will make sure that this is done.
And then she will go to the temple.
Very well. Francisca, upon waking for the night, will you be in your room? Will you go down to the Undercroft to do various research? What are you doing?
Fran, usually when she wakes up, would get dressed, put herself together, and go down and do her research. But today, she is sitting on the floor. There is blood rolling down her cheeks as she just stares into nothing. In her lap is the dress that was gifted to her when she was embraced, and a lifeless vessel with her. She just sits and stares in silence.
So that's where Francisca is for the first part of the evening. Meanwhile, Christoph, Dr. Daniels, Jesse, you three, I'm going to say, arrive around about the same time to the temple, possibly meeting in the car park area just outside it.
Jesse, Daniels. It's a new day.
It's a new day. Time to conquer some new things.
Well, no time like the present. Let's go find Franny. Find Mora. Let's get some things done. And Christoph starts walking inside.
Okay. With that rousing speech done by Christoph, the two of you will follow into the Hecata temple. As you enter, you will be greeted by the various ghouls that are here in the temple, still cleaning up after the festivities of the night beforehand. Christoph, you make your way up the stairs with Dr. Daniels and Jesse following you towards, would you first go to the Undercroft where Franny normally is, or would you go to Franny's room?
Yeah. No, that's if she normally goes to the Undercroft to do her studying, Edwy goes straight there.
Okay. So as you make your way to the doors that lead to the stairs down to the Undercroft, you hear a voice from up the banister, the balcony that just says, "Brother!" You see Marlowe standing there.
Good evening.
Would it be too much inconvenience to have a moment of your time, please?
Of course not. Did you want to speak to just myself, or
just you? Just you will be fine.
Certainly. Daniels, Jesse, maybe go find Franny, and I'll catch up with you later. Christoph walks upstairs.
When you walk upstairs, you meet Marlowe. He smiles at you, puts his hand out, before eventually pulling it back and opening his arms out to give you a hug.
Whoa, okay.
It's just so good to see you, brother.
Yeah, you too. Feelings mutual. What can I do for you?
Well, we need to have a meeting in my office. Just go over some basic stuff. Nothing too untoward. Just need to go over some logistics, let's say. You understand, you're a man of business.
Of course. Any sort of change in leadership, there's going to be things that need to be discussed. There's going to be details that maybe didn't get conveyed by the go-betweens. Of course.
Exactly, you understand. So let's iron this all out right now, and we can get to know each other a little better.
Sure. Lead the way.
So he starts leading you to through the hallways. Do you say anything to him, or do you just allow him to interact with you if he does?
No, Christoph is going to follow Marlowe's lead.
Okay, so you're pretty much like you're just going to be silent until he sees something, and he just this place is pretty big. I was yeah.
I mean, a lot of room. You know, we have a lot of ghouls here, as well as you know, the more closer members of the family, and you know, obviously, as you saw last night, enables us to host large gatherings when there's more members of the family in town.
Exactly. Hey, get to hobnob and
got a question for you. Of
course.
Are you familiar with any of the mortal Putanescas?
Yes, of course. I had family in the mortal Putanesca in life. I am a Putanesca myself.
Do you know Antonio?
Tony. Yeah, this was going to come up sometime. It's better if we bring this up in the office. But
okay,
yes,
sure.
I know Tony. Of course I do.
Of course.
And he reaches Mother Anja's office. There is a moment with you where you see this office door. You remember the time that Mother Anja lost herself and yelled at you in a fury frenzy in this very office. You're reminded of that, of being zapped of all your being, of who you were. Marlowe will turn to you and say, well, I guess this is my office now.
I guess so. As the head of the family.
Walks in the office. You see Roman is there already standing behind the desk.
Christoph hesitates a moment at the door and then steps in. Roman, good evening.
Mr. Christoph. Marlowe takes a seat. He points at the seat in front of him and says, "Please take a seat, brother."
Christoph sits.
How are you? How have you? I'm sure it's not been easy with the mother vanishing suddenly.
Well, of course, there's concern when someone from the family disappears, and the reason for that is not explained. But you know, we all trusted in Mother Anja's wisdom a great deal.
You don't know anything about why she left?
I'm sure other members of the family would have already told you. A member of our coterie was put into torpor. As I understand, she was looking into ways to restore him, to bring him back to his former self. And all I know is that her disappearance has something to do with that.
Roman leans over, whispers something into Marlowe's ear. Marlowe nods. Okay, that is fine. It's a mystery to all of us. Why the mother has left, but it's left us with quite a mess. And then he starts grabbing out papers and he's, can you tell me, Temperwolf Logistics? I believe you're running that. The money from the hedge fund's all gone.
Well, Mother Anja decided that my efforts were better directed elsewhere.
Roman once again whispers something into Marlowe's ear. Marlowe nods. Yes, that matches up with what I've been told and what I've been apprised of. This is going to be a very awkward conversation, Christoph. And he puts the pen down and puts his fingers, interlocks them, and says, I know it wasn't your fault. The mother took everything from you and left you with nothing. But I need to ask you something very awkward and personal.
By all means.
What can you offer the family?
I'm sorry?
What can you offer the family?
I've been offering leadership and direction these past, how long has it been?
6
How long has
months.
that time been? These past 6 months. I feel I've been capable in doing so, maintaining the fort, so to speak. I'm in the process of rebuilding a new hedge fund.
That's Sisyphus, right?
That's correct, yes.
Rebuilding from scratch, you need a lot of capital, you need a lot of you're in the red for quite a while before you get in the green, let's say.
That's any organization.
Oh, I
Takes time
understand.
to build up.
I understand, Christoph. But what I'm saying is, in the present time, right now, what have you got to offer the family?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
You say that you've been, making sure everything is all run and in tip-top shape. I've been talking with a number of the staff here, and they say they barely see you.
They'd see me when they need to see me.
It's hard to lead when you're stuck in a tower a whole few neighborhoods away. Look, I'm not criticizing Christoph. I'm just saying what I can see in front of me and what the papers are telling me and what the staff has told me. So that's why I'm asking you. I'm begging you to tell me what you can offer the family.
Well, I get things done.
Such as
Well, we just talked about it. I've kept the family afloat. And Christoph's like stammering and just sort of falling over his words.
Would Christoph bring up the Costa Nostra connection at any point during this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. See, this is how I see things from my perspective, Christoph. And this is a very objective perspective of somebody who's coming in from the outside. You started a hedge fund. It's very successful. It was pulled out under not by your own means. It was manipulation by Mother Angie, but let's take that out of the equation for now, because we're dealing with absolutes, with numbers. We're not talking about feelings. The hedge fund collapsed. You then have taken 6 months to start up a new one, with your attention over there. Meanwhile, the family here say that you've come maybe once a week or so. The only other thing I can see here is, well, I don't really want to bring it up, but... And then Roman whispers something into his ear once more. I know. It's time you learned the truth about something, Christoph. The Cosa Nostra.
Yeah. What about it?
When I learned about you, when I escaped from the Shadow Curtain, I wanted to make sure you were fine and that you were looked after. I knew you had a party reputation, and I didn't want you to blow everything away.
Blow everything away?
I wanted to make sure you were secure. So what I did was I talked to a family friend, a distant cousin, Antonio, to speak with you, because I had the Cosa Nostra.
What do you mean? I've been friends with Antonio for years.
because I told him to talk to you.
No, you can't fake that kind of friendship.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a fake friendship. I'm saying I was the one who built the connection. And so you must look at it from my...
that connection. I've maintained that relationship.
Christoph, you must look at it from an outsider's perspective.
So what, you telling me I'm trash? You kicking me out of the family?
I'm not kicking you out of the family, Christoph. I think we need to reevaluate. That's all.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means I feel as if you work better with Francisca making the calls.
And sorry, can I just sort of wind it back just a little bit? And as he said, you work better with Francisca, Christoph cuts in and goes, yeah, I agree. Francisca and I work really well together, you know?
Calling the shots.
Yeah, when I'm calling the shots, she backs me up. She does really well. It's how she thrives, having that.
Is calling the shots.
When? Sorry, did you? I just want to make sure I didn't mishear you. It wasn't when Mother Anja's calling the shots.
No. Mother Anja undercut you at every point to manipulate you. Francisca has always had the best intentions for you. You are still... You're like a jewel that's not yet refined. You need to refine more before you can take your proper place in this family. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So you want to put me like in a leadership trainee program kind of thing?
If you want to word it like that.
Yeah, I can understand that. Look, I know, you know, it's a lot of my qualities and a lot of what I bring to the table. It's more ethereal. It's things that are hard to put down into numbers. You can't quantify everything. But if that's what it takes to show my loyalty to this family, to show my worth, then hey, I gotta respect the decisions of the council. I gotta respect where the family is coming from. Absolutely.
Roman.
And hey, I want you to know, Marlon. I'm behind you 100%.
Marlo just sits there contemplating. Roman whispers in his ear once more, nods, and he says, I didn't want to have this conversation, Christoph, but you have made my mind at ease that you are mature enough to have this conversation, which is a step forward. And continue to make these steps, these strides, and who knows what the upper limits will be.
I hope this is the beginning of a long and prosperous relationship.
He nods, puts his hand out to shake yours, holds your hand as you're shaking, and he just looks at you in the eye and he just says, remember, family is forever. Business is business. Don't take whatever happens in business personally.
Firm handshake. Roman?
Mr. Crystal.
Was there anything further, brother?
No. Thank you so much for your time.
Certainly.
Get up and leave.
Walks out. Yep.
Meanwhile, Dr. Daniels and Jesse, so you would have gone to the Undercroft to look for Francisca?
Yeah, I would have gone to find Francisca and tell her that Christoph had gone ahead to talk to the brother, but I think that's all past now.
Well, no, that's fine. We're rewinding time anyway. Francisca, are you just going to be in your room the whole time? Yeah, cool. That works. Okay. So, as you two make your way down the Undercroft to look for Francisca, is there a conversation the two of you have about the fact that Marlowe's pulled Christoph aside? There hasn't been time for discussion just between the two of you.
Wait, what?
I said there hasn't really been time for discussion, just the two of you for like a prolonged bit of time, so this is your opportunity.
Me and Fran, isn't Jesse with us as well?
No, you and Jesse.
Oh, right.
As you're looking for Fran.
Yeah. Goodness. I don't really have much to say.
Well, it's, Christoph has always been rather popular, though it felt almost like the principal was calling him into the office. I do hope that he hasn't done something terrible.
I have faith in my boy. I think he's good at keeping his cool. I think he'll know exactly the right things to say and when to say them.
I admire your optimism, Blue Blood.
I've got to believe in what I'm backing. I think he's got lots of potential.
If you don't mind, I have a bit of a prying question.
Go ahead.
Why are you investing in our affairs? What attracts you to us or to Christoph?
The Giovanni siblings have done a lot for me. We may have met on equal terms, but I soon had a bit of a downfall myself, and they've helped carry me through that and up to the other end of it. So, and just I admire them. I think they do well, and yeah.
What are your goals? Do you ascend the ivory tower? Do you?
A little bit, yeah. I guess you could say my hobby is I get my kicks out of helping others be their best selves and rise to the best occasions they can. They call me, I'm sure, I don't know if I mentioned, but I am called or known to some as the Kingmaker. Although that is mostly in the mortal realm. I almost regret I've spent too much time there and I have not quite tightened my grips here as such. So I wish to amend that and further establish myself and gain a bit more traction in this world.
There is another title that I think would be befitting you. A compliment. In the circles that I run in, well, yes, you may be a kingmaker. To me, I think I would prefer to call you a voyeur.
A voyeur, you say?
Looking in from the outside, enjoying what they see, and when you're able to massage things in the right places, you get your kicks. Isn't that what you said?
Yes, more or less exactly what I said.
I really think you should brave the fruit of Persephone sometime. We have many sights to show you, a voyeur.
In other words, rather than looking through the glass, venture through occasionally.
Well, we have a glass room. You can stand on either side. You can watch as much as you want. And when you want to indulge more personally, you can step through the looking glass. The kingmaker becoming a king.
It has a nice ring to it. Maybe I have wondered about climbing up the ladder of the Camarilla at some point. I was hoping that if we could get Christoph at the head of the family, the two things could help each other out.
Well, nothing can be set in stone or promised this night, but I think if we keep down this path, we'll all get what we want. And in that, I feel like we are quite similar. I too like helping people reach their fullest potential.
I was just thinking it sounds like there's a bit of a kingmaker in you as well.
I prefer to be but a humble chamberlain, wanting nothing but to be selfless and enjoy the lap of luxury that all of this provides me. If I'm happy, others are happy, we're all happy.
Just happy, happy, happy. Well,
You reach the Undercroft. Yeah, you reach the Undercroft, and no sign of Francisca down here. The place is barren. No one's down here at the moment. You see various occult ritual circles.
Any ghouls about?
No, not down here.
Can I pop Sense the Unseen on? See if there's any ghosts?
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll. There's definitely ghosts around here.
Any that I would probably know the name of that I can like kind of usher to me?
No, you wouldn't know the name of, but you can speak with them if you wish.
I also have that thing that I recently acquired too.
Yeah. That's why I said you can speak with them if you wish. Yeah.
Fabulous. You there with the pretty face. Oh, so many of you turned around. No,
even I turned out for a second. I was like, sure.
and I just like I point to one of them.
The spirit floats down towards you, looks at you curiously.
You're even more gorgeous close up. I'm looking for someone. Perhaps you can help point me in the right direction.
The spirit kind of moves around, doesn't give you a firm answer, yes or no, waits for you to say the next thing.
I'm looking for Francesca.
Points up.
Would you mind showing us the way?
Very well. So the spirit starts to move through the Undercroft area, leading you to. Actually, at first it just floats up through the through the.
That's what I thought you were going to do.
Yeah, it floats up, but then it quickly floats back down, remembering that you can't follow that way. And then it leads you through the temple. At this point, I'm going to say, Christoph, you've exited the meeting with Marlowe, and that's where you see Jesse sort of just following something, and Dr. Daniel's looking confused behind Jesse as Jesse's following something.
Christoph has a dark expression on his face.
Christoph.
Where's Franny?
We are
Where's Franny?
currently en route, I believe.
Yes, we're on our way, and Jesse's kind of like snapped from following and seeing the intensity of Christoph.
Christoph kind of looks where they were going. Can Christoph kind of figure like the direction they were heading, where in that direction Franny's likely to be?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Walk
Leading
straight
towards
past.
Franny's room.
Walk straight past.
The spirit looks at you, Jesse, like, am I still leading?
Thank you so much. You've helped, but I think we've got it from here.
The spirit floats down through the floor and disappears.
I don't see the spirit float away, but I just wave in the complete wrong direction, assuming I went off down the hall.
Jesse looks towards Dr. Daniels and says, "They thanked you for your manners."
Good. Yeah, thank you.
Precious,
So,
precious.
Christoph, you're the first to arrive at Franny's door, closely followed by Jesse and Dr. Daniels.
Opens the door straight away. Was this your plan all along?
Wait, did he close the door before we got there, obviously? We're outside.
Yeah, did you just go and close
walked in, open it, closed it.
Yeah.
Was this your plan all along?
First thing you see is you see Francisca in her room with a dead... It was a dead vessel, you said, right?
Yeah, but she kind of just shoves it away as soon as he walks in.
What are you doing? Fucking reanimating a corpse? Shouldn't you be doing that downstairs? Doesn't matter. Was this your plan all along? Knew you couldn't beat me one-on-one in the election, the voting, the fair organization for who would lead the family, so you made a phone call to Italy or wherever, get someone else put in. They tell me that I gotta report to you now?
Kind of crawls on the floor and then pushes herself up slowly, trying to regain some sort of composure. She's just covered in blood. Her dress is covered in blood. Her hands covered in blood. Her face is covered in blood.
Do some laundry. I don't know how you got that. Maybe we have this conversation after you've had a shower, but just tell me now. Was it you?
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you saying?
Roman and Marlowe.
What about this has got to do with me?
Well, you're in charge. You have the responsibility now.
Well, I'm pretty sure we were at the same party and none of us are in charge. Remember how I was born into this world to be in charge and now I have nothing, so I think
maybe you need to have a conversation with our brother about what he expects of me and what he expects of you.
Why? What does he expect of you, Crystal?
Oh, like I said, that you're in charge.
In charge of what?
In charge of me.
So nothing's changed.
I guess at that point, Jesse's gonna open the door. Oh, here it is.
Kristoff pushes it closed.
I guess they don't want us in there yet. Maybe we just wait out here.
Doesn't seem like you've been in charge the last 6 months. Doesn't seem like you're in charge before that. Seemed like we were working as a team. I thought we went through this.
Oh, yeah.
Muted.
We haven't been here. We haven't been working as a team. You've been talking over me. I've been here by myself.
Well, all I can say is, if you weren't involved, I hope this is what you wanted. So where to, sister? What are we doing this night? You're the boss.
I don't think that's the truth, Crystal. You know it, I know.
Go talk to Marlowe.
Something is going on with him too, and I don't know what it is. Did you get anything out of him? Since you obviously spoke to them.
Yeah, he thinks I'm a piece of shit. That's what I got out of him.
No, not about you. Just take yourself out of the equation. What was happening between them?
Then, I don't know. You ever seen the Lord of the Rings? You know, the second one with the old guy and the guy whispering in his ear? Kind of like that.
I'm not really into fantasy.
Oh. They had some pretty good PlayStation games back in the day.
Also, I'm not really a fan of small people and their tiny weird hands.
I don't have small hands. What do you... You talking about me, were you?
No, unless you really want me to be into you. I'm not really sure what's going on. This whole conversation is weird. Can I please have some moments to get ready?
You sure? Do you need like a moist towelette or something?
I need everything right now just to keep my head together.
Open the door. Hey, can we get some wet towels in here?
As we will pause for now. While this conversation was happening, Jesse and Dr. Daniels, like, it's just after that, oh, here, bang! Oh, we'll leave them to it. That's when you hear a voice that just booms in the hallway that just says,
Ah, there you are.
Yes, here
You,
we are.
we are.
Ditsy Amora, obviously, comes in, robes, but they look at both of you and they just say,
The siblings. What are the siblings doing?
They are not wishing to be disturbed right now.
They're having a very normal conversation.
Discussing the future for the family and whatnot.
Mora just kind of, you can't see their face, obviously, because it's always covered in shadow, but you can tell, like, you can just feel the vibes coming off them, this awkwardness of, like, oh, God, this again. And Mora just...
I understood. If you don't mind, if we go down, come to the undercroft. Tell them to come to the undercroft when they're finished.
Right, back down we go.
If you don't mind, Doctor, perhaps you can keep Detsia more company. And there's just a private matter that I need to discuss with the siblings.
All right. Let's just say, kind of hear muffled, high talking behind the door. All right, as long as you're willing to wait a while by the sounds of it, sure.
Oh, I've got this down to a science right about now. Don't worry, they should be done in about 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
All right. Well, see you shortly after that then.
Mora will make their way down. And before we go to a break, that's when Christoph opens the door and says, "We need a towel." And then, sorry.
Can I say that it was 3 minutes and 26 seconds
Yeah.
that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Jesse's already looking at
You
the
got
watch.
a moist towel or something? Where's Daniels? That doesn't matter. We'll catch up. Tissue, something, anything?
Of course, I'll go get that. By the way, Detsia Mora wants the two of you.
Yeah, of course.
And then Jesse goes to find a moist towelette.
Okay, so before we go to break, did you want to have that discussion you wanted to have, Jesse, beforehand, or?
Sure. Actually, I'll do it when I get the moist towelette.
Yeah. So
I come back with it.
you'll come back with the moist towelette. You'll knock on the door, or you'll just open the door.
I will knock this time.
You two hear a knock as you're kind of still half arguing.
Open it!
Hi. And she just steps in with the moist towelettes.
She has it back to her and just takes it and then just like wipes herself and just like completely gets dressed in front of them.
Jesse's seen so much flesh in their time, so it is just completely goes over them. But
We're a close family. It's okay.
yeah. So I picked up a couple things yesterday. I'm a bit observant. I noticed that Roman tried as he might, unsurprisingly, was looking down at the two of you from their expression, and what I could surmise, they are, what's the appropriate word? Repulsed, disgusted, offended.
An asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. that, but I also heard, I believe their name was Flavia Rossellini. They were speaking with someone, and it was not a wraith or spectre.
So they were just having a conversation with someone? It was a party.
No, they were speaking to themselves, but not even in the same manner as some of us wraith speakers talk to ourselves.
I'll hype myself up for something. Maybe she...
No, I believe the words that she said was, "What is it you know about him?" "No, you told me to come and watch the siblings. I thought one of them would be in charge. I don't need to know anything. I came here for you." Something about that doesn't really give me a...
a lot of people thought one of us was going to be in charge after last night.
The tone was off, and she was speaking to no one. And she seemed quite heated.
Like she had some kind of earpiece on her? Was there any technological things you could sense?
My eyes are quite sharp, and no.
How else could you communicate with someone outside the room without a wraith?
Have you met Rossellini before, Franny? Do we know for sure she's part of the family?
Rossellini is a member, or is a offshoot of the Giovanni. Their first night meeting the rest of the family was last night.
Okay.
You
But
sure it's
Rossellini
not, maybe a infiltrator? Maybe a Malk or something? They're talking to themselves, you know?
Do they have a way of communicating with one another that way?
Yeah?
I can't say for sure. I'm no expert on Malkavians, but I just thought that the two of you should be made aware of this information.
Well, boss, what do you think we should do with this information?
Would you just stop with that right now? I'm
Before
trying
we
to
go-
pull myself together, and you're just trying to...
What? I'm doing what's been asked of me by the family.
Before things escalate, Detsia Mora personally came up to speak with you. I politely said that there was a discussion being had, but that when the discussion was ended, that we should all convene in the Undercroft. They want to speak with us.
Yeah, sure.
Probably busy waiting for me, because normally we meet there in the mornings. So. Evenings.
I may have done a little oopsie. I couldn't help myself, but Dr. Daniels is with them alone.
That'd be an awkward conversation.
Yes, I think they're just going to be standing there lifeless, staring at each other. It's amusing to me, but...
Franny, what do you say? We leave it another 10, 15 minutes before we go down?
Hard cut to the Undercroft as as Dr. Daniels is standing there with Detsia and Detsia says,
So, how about that game last night?
I seen this morning that it went quite unexpectedly.
So I've heard from the spirits.
Yes.
hard cut back.
Karen can't breathe.
Oh my God.
And with that, we're going to go to our break.